Okay, so we're starting with some surds here. So the first one is just a simple multiplication. Remembering with surds you multiply the numbers in front of the surd first. So 3 times 2 is 6. Then the surds. So root 7 times root 5 is root 35. 1 mark. The second one, you needed to simplify the second surd. So 5 root 2 cannot be simplified. 6 root 8. The 8 can be divided by 4, so 4, and by 2. 5 root 2, square root of 4 becomes 2, so 6 multiplied by 2 is 12. 12 root 2. Now we have like surds, so we add them, so we get 17 root 2. 1 mark if you got the surd simplification here, and final mark for your final answer. Question B is a probability question. Now you must know what cards are in a normal pack of cards, alright? So find the probability that it is red and less than 6. Alright, now there was a little bit of confusion about whether an ace counted as less than 6, so I marked it correct whichever way you did it. First of all, there are 52 cards in a deck. Alright, so half of those are black, half of those are red. Now, there are 13 cards in each suit. Alright, so how many of those are less than 6? So a 5, a 4, 3, 2, and an ace are less than 6. So if you included the ace, then your probability should have been, so there's 5 there, because there's 2 suits are red, then the probability should have been 10 out of 26, which simplifies to 5 out of 13. Okay, sorry, let me just do that again. I've made a mistake in that. So coming back to this point here, we've got 5 cards in each suit that are less than 6. So because 2 of them are red, then we've got 10 out of all of our cards, which is 52. Okay, so 10 of them are less than 6 and red, so that's 10 out of my total pack of 52. And then that simplifies to 5 on 26. If you did it without including the ace, then obviously you'll have 4 cards, 5, 4, 3, and 2. So your answer would have been 8 out of 52, which simplifies to 4 out of 26, and again simplifies to 2 out of 13. Alright, so this was really the answer we were going for, but if you got 2 out of 13, then you still got the marks. Alright, C. So C is a consumer or financial question. So we're looking at the total value, that's important, not interest, the total value of an investment of $50,000 if it's deposited into an account with interest compounding annually. So there's no tricks to this compound interest question, okay? It's just find the amount. So our $50,000, 1 plus 5.2%, so 5.2 over 100, for 3 years. If you know your formula, then there is no reason that you shouldn't have got this question correct. And it was answered fairly well. Okay, when you're rounding and you're doing a financial question, please round to the nearest cent, not the nearest dollar, not the nearest 10 cents, but the nearest 1 cent. Okay, so that just means 2 decimal places. Alright, next question is coordinate geometry. Again, if you knew your formulas, no reason that you should be getting this wrong. Midpoint. So x1 plus x2, so -1 plus 2 over 2. The y values, 3 plus 5 over 2. So the x value is 1 over 2, so half. The y value is 8 over 2, so 4. Okay, and then for part 2 we're finding the gradient. rise over run, the formula is y2 minus y1, so that's 5 minus 3 over x2 minus x1, so that's 2 minus negative 1. Please be careful with your positives and negatives. 5 minus 3 is 2. 2 minus negative 1 is 3. Alright, 1 mark for each of those. Question E. We've got a trigonometry question. Find the angle marked x, correct to the nearest degree. There are 3 sides and 1 angle. So you should know by that you're using the cosine rule. So we're finding cos x, which is equal to... Now this is where people went wrong. They didn't put the sides in the right order. So it should be 13.9 squared plus 16.3 squared minus 15.2 squared. The side that you minus is always the side that's opposite. And then over 2 times 13.9 times 16.3. Alright, now when you do that, you get 60 degrees. Some people got an answer like 1 degree, and what they were doing is not pressing shift. Remember, when you're finding an angle, press shift on your calculator. So you had to press shift cos and then enter that information. Okay, so it was 1 mark for getting the right numbers in the right positions, 1 mark for getting the angle. The second part, find the area of the triangle. Okay, again, if you know your formula, you should be able to get this right. So area equals half AB sine C. Sine C is the angle that you have, which was 60 degrees. A and B are the sides around that. So it's half times 13.9 times 16.3 times sine 60 degrees. Okay, and your answer should have been 98 centimeters squared. Alright, final question for question 10. State the equation of the circle with center 0, 0 and radius square root of 7. So x squared plus y squared for a circle with center 0, 0. And remember that it's the radius squared. Now, the radius is root 7. So when I do root 7 squared, I get 7, not 49. So x squared plus y squared equals 7 is the answer. Okay, that's the end of question 10.